Talk about a teaser video that couldn't be more obvious than the last one just released. A skydiving leprechaun, unimpressed at the demon's 140 mph speed in a quarter mile, and then wanting more, a lot more. But what if I told you this video confirms things I said in my previous videos? That the 7th final edition is a 9-second quarter mile beast with a Hellephant. That this card takes a demon as a base, improves upon it in every way, and that only a parachute can bring you safely back to reality. This video is very straight to the point. We have our golden leprechaun that Dodger's ridden all the way to Vegas as it seems. But I'll go ahead and say now, I will laugh if on the live stream they'll have some person dressed as this particular version of this leprechaun. Which to me looks kind of like if a leprechaun got into a relationship with Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter, and Goldmember.
I love gold! The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture.
I just can't unsee it.
Dutch hater!
But we see him starting off holding a line until he jumps out of a helicopter and free falling into Las Vegas at 140 miles per hour. The 140 miles per hour is significant because the Dodge Demon pulled a 965 quarter mile time at 140 miles per hour when Dodge introduced it back in 2017.
What you did there was make history behind the wheel of the fastest production car in the world.
So now we know for sure that the 7th edition is unimpressed with the demon and it will go faster. And obviously this is in quarter mile time, so this is probably why Dodge invited some demon owners, since this car would be a vehicle that would beat the demon, and Dodge claimed a long time ago that they'll never make a car that would beat the demon. Just like Dodge made a promise in 2021 that the Durango Hellcat would be a 1-year only model, and then 2 years later, here they come again with the Durango Hellcat yet again, after I said in 2021 there was no reason to discontinue the vehicle anyway. But back to this video, we go back to the leprechaun and he's going way faster and then breaks the sound barrier, and then the video ends. So obviously this car is not going to break the sound barrier because it has to go over 700 miles per hour, and it's kind of blurry, but the watch looks like it stops around 785 miles per hour. This car won't be a land speed car, but maybe this is a hint at how loud the 7th edition measured at a drag strip. For reading online, a sonic boom occurs around the 100 to 120 decibel range. And so when I looked up vehicles that measured around 100 dBs that are also street legal, and so I came up with the Ford GT, the C7ZR1, the Hurricane Performante, the McLaren Senna, and the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. So it is possible that this car could be very loud, and Dodge did give us a very loud taste at the very end of the sonic boom. Another theory I have is that this is a sign of a stage kit, because why would the golden leprechaun be at the same speed as the demon when it jumps out of the helicopter? Every other teaser video shows that this gold edition or gold version of GoldenEye is better than the demon. Teaser 1, the Dodge Demon is this little green leprechaun with red eyes that turns to a bigger, more aggressive leprechaun with gold eyes. Teaser 2, he weighs 7.1 pounds more for some reason. Teaser 3, he's blowing more than the demon. Teaser 4, higher PSI than the demon. And then on teaser 5, he is matched with the demon until he decides he wants more speed. The GoldenEye version should have been faster once he was activated and jumped out of the helicopter. All the other videos play to that similar trend that this car is better than the demon. So this got me thinking about the stage kits. The main thing about stage kits is the ability to change your tune on the fly. And this guy is literally flying through the air.
Like Hellcat and Red Eye stage kits, tuned and updated with a direct connection PCM tuning module. These kits are emissions compliant and they won't violate your factory warranty. Our Stage 2 kit delivers a nearly 100 horsepower increase, and Stage 3 is under development for even more. With direct connection, you'll also get engine, suspension, and driveline upgrades pulled directly from our highest performing models like the legendary Demon.
Moving to the second pillar, features on demand. We will give our customers the ability to upgrade their vehicles in real time. Dodge is developing performance upgrades, launching actually next week, including driver tunable software that will deliver an immediate horsepower boost while retaining the car's emissions compliance.
A source told me last year that Dodge did something different with its supercharger, and I just can't help but guess there'll be some kind of adjustability to the boost in this car. And that's why I hope this is a direct connection parts bin car to give everyone else hope who have either super stocks or demons, or maybe even a red eye, for example, a chance to make a car like this. I personally wouldn't build it through a power brokers dealer just because I hate seeing how much a build will cost, but at least the parts will be available. Since this Leprechaun isn't Superman because he required a helicopter to skydive into Las Vegas, he needs a way to safely come back to the ground. Since his Leprechaun represents a car, and obviously it's going to be way faster than the Demon on the drag strip, Dodge has essentially confirmed that the 7th final edition will have a parachute. The title of the video is Tripwire, and that could be a reference to the wire they get to pull to activate a parachute. If you notice in the beginning, the gold Leprechaun is holding a steel cable before he jumps out. So this cable I think has significance, and Dodge already has a system in place from the Challenger drag pack. They can use that vehicle to introduce a parachute and the parts they need to mount it into the cabin and to the frame of the vehicle. And since this will be a street legal car, I believe we will see the return of a new Demon crate, and this time it'll have stuff in there like the parachute that I'm talking about, carbon fiber wheels, and some other goodies that Dodge will throw in to help get this vehicle to a 9-second quarter-mile time. I wish this last teaser before the Vegas Roadkill Nights event gave us an idea about weight to have a better idea if the 7th edition can have a 9-second quarter-mile time. Only in the second video, we got a clue about weight with the 7.1 pounds on the scale. There are different theories out there. One is about the weight difference between gas and E85, but I wonder why would a racer care about the difference in weight since you're not going to race on a full tank of gas, maybe a couple gallons at best. I think it's related to boost pressure since the title of the video is Density Matters, but maybe Dodge is telling us that the 7th edition weighs 7.1 pounds heavier than the Demon, but is packing a lot more power with its Hellephant, which will fit the title of the video, Density Matters. But the weight of the 7th edition is the really only wild card that we have so far. But my final guess for the 7th edition, there's going to be a Hellephant in it. I believe the 6.2 Iron Block C170 version with the E85 tune, around 1029 horsepower on E85 to match the 1FAST29 license plate. We know already the C170 will have 1000 horsepower on E85. It just depends if Dodge had to detone it down to 999 or something just to please CARB and allow them to release this car, because I still believe that CARB will not allow Dodge to release the stage kits or the 7th edition, and I'm thinking this week we're finally going to get an answer on both of them. Now I think the car will weigh less compared to the Demon because of the carbon fiber panels that magically you cannot find on Speedcore or Direct Connection website at the moment. I find it highly suspicious we haven't seen a single photo of the car in any teaser videos. We saw a lot of photos and videos of the Demon and teasers right before they would release the car. So Dodge is either hiding a new color, carbon fiber panels, carbon fiber wheels, or a parachute, or maybe even all the above. As far as price, I'll take a wild guess at $109,000, basically about 20 grand more than a Superstock cost. But I think we can safely assume those lucky souls in the market for this car are going to pay somewhere around $200K ransom to get one. I don't see how a final car with a Hellephant that could potentially be the electric vehicle is not going to have additional markup on it. The MSRP is already going to be high. Synchronicity said back in 2021 they would do a similar strategy to the Viper HCR and do a run on final cars, which in that article they definitely meant price and performance. And come to think about reading this article, this is probably our first hint that all these final editions was coming out. I don't know all the different ways Dodge did the ACR production at the end of his run, But I mean, I know off the top of my head, you had ACRs, GTCs with ACR options, ACR Extreme cars, one-of-one cars. I mean, Dodge already gave us a version of the one-of-one program, allowing everyone with a 6.2 Hemi to jailbreak their cars for the final year, except for those buying final editions and super stocks for some reason. So it would be interesting if Dodge would let the 7th edition be customizable like a jailbreak to really make one-off final cars. And that's it for this video, guys. The last teaser basically puts the icing on the cake. This car will be targeting the Demon and hopefully avenging on the drag strip against the Tesla Model S Plaid. So we only have a few hours until the last call event, so we don't have much longer to wait. I was just looking up the times for the event, and it looks like everyone on the East Coast will have to wait until 9 PM at night to see this car. I hope Dodge does a reveal like the Demon and go ahead and show the car while they're talking about the stats and not talk about the past of Dodge for like 20 minutes and then shows the car at the very end. And I hope I don't hear anything about the Charger Daytona EV, just this 7th edition, show's over, and let the dealer markups begin. But if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave me a like and subscribe to the channel if you already done so. Grab some last call merch on your way out, and until the next time, I'm out.